Jinro versus MC. Game number 2 going to be played on Antiga Shipyard.
Yes.
NASL Antiga Shipyard with just 1 gas and 6 mineral patches in the middle. Kind of cool.
That is correct.
Interesting change. Let's go.
Very curious to see what strategy Jinro choose to go for in game 2. I think MC is going to be playing very similar to what he did in game 1. That only makes sense. That's basically the way that Protoss wants to roll these days. Unless you want to cheese. If you want to go Void Ray all in, you open different. But it's a very solid opening from MC, so I think he's going to see the same thing. I hope we're going to see more of a macro-oriented playstyle of Jinro. But I don't know how confident Jinro is against Protoss. He's definitely showed some signs of disliking the matchup in the recent past. Yeah,
that's true. That is very true. Another popular playstyle here is the fast 3 Nexuses. Nexi. Nexon.
Nexi is correct.
Nexi. Which is something that we've seen from a couple of players. The one that springs to my mind is the Korean living in Germany Real.
Yeah, but I felt that like the way that Real often did it was way too funky. I really don't think you can defend it. It was more like, okay, I hope the Terran doesn't scout it. He often ninjas the expand as well. The game is ready, guys. So we're going to jump over in-game, and we see, of course, SKMC, our Korean Protoss star player, spawning in the right bottom side of the map. What is Jinro doing? Oh. Apparently our admin started the game without Jinro being ready. And those are the things that you have when you have a live league. So we're just going to have to rehost this bad boy. Won't take very long. And hopefully Jinro will be ready next time.
No big deal. So we're going to rehost the game. Gives us a chance to say, hey, if you're not in Irvine right now, but you live in California, then you're doing it wrong. We are hosting
next Sunday, Ben.
Hosting BarCrafts every Sunday at the Anthill Pub in Irvine, California. But like Kev said,
I'm so excited for next Sunday, guys. We're going to have another BarCraft in Irvine, but this time we're going to have our show match. Todd versus Sen, $2,000. Bitter and me are going to be there live. We're going to be there casting. I'm so excited, man.
Le Todd, I can finally apologize for insulting him at DreamHack.
He's going to be like, I can do I can do a Todd accent without cursing, and I'm not allowed to curse.
What is this guy? He insults me at DreamHack. He tried to be nice to me now.
Yeah. He's like, what the hell? Mr. Bitter. Mr. Bitter did not invite me. It was already.
All right.
If Todd wins, I'll do the interview.
You should. You should do the interview in that accent. Hello, Todd. How are you feeling right now?
He's like, stop making fun of my accent, shit kid.
You're not making fun of you. You talk like this.
I love Todd, man. It's so good. I can't wait for next Sunday, guys. But first, it's time for Jinro versus SKMC.
Yep.
Game 2, Antiga.
Yep, potentially our final game of the day.
Yes. We are in game right now. This time, SKMC is our blue Protoss spawning on the right top side of this map. And Liquid Jinro, our yellow Terran, spawning in the left bottom.
We've had an absolutely demented day of games here, Kev, at the North American Star League.
You're really expanding your vocabulary today.
This is actually a fun little project. This is my favorite. This is my favorite self-improvement thing that I've done yet.
Yeah, I was thinking of taking English classes when I moved to the US.
I
don't need. I've got Morgan
here.
Morgan is looking out, man. He's got my back. Yeah. I like it. But I actually want to go to UCLA for different reasons than that. I didn't actually want to leave.
He didn't want to study the classes, guys.
I wanted to study the objects.
Okay, Kevin, we've been through this. Women are not objects.
Really? So I can't list them?
Oh no, you can't. All right, so Jinro versus MC on Antiga Shipyard. We can see we've got MC top right, Jinro bottom left, and now they're just chatting it up. Chatting it up. TVZ so funny, says MC. Jinro says it is with gold base.
Jinro once more throwing down the refinery. Which makes me wonder what I hope to see out of Jinro right now, Ben, is the build that we've seen a lot out of Puma, out of MMA, at the IM events, where they go expand with Cloak Banshee, because I actually think that can be a really tricky build.
Yep.
The Observer might just be off just a little bit, makes the way across the map, then Cloak Banshee shows up in your base, and Terran has a really nice economy behind that. I love that playstyle. I think it's an awesome opening, and it often provides long macro games. And we all know that Jinro is capable of going for a long macro game with the best. He's showed that so many times, so I would love to see that.
MC's probe's going to start poking away at this building depot. And nope, Jinro's on it in time. And it's a tech lab opening. Jinro wins this game.
If he goes for Reaper Expand.
He's got to be going Reaper Expand. That's the only thing that makes sense.
What if he goes for 2 Marauders?
If he builds a Marauder, I think
he will actually go Marauder Expand. I'm sorry, Ben.
I think he would have proxied it if he was going to go Marauder.
No, he's going to Reaper. Reaper!
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Jinro proxy Marauder on this map. And it is in fact a Reaper opening, which is the best build in StarCraft 2. It is impossible to lose after opening Reapers. If he does, it's because he just likes MC and wants him to win the 150 bucks.
I think you have a pretty good point there, man.
It's true.
MC is, of course, up 1-0 for the people who just tuned in. We had some awesome games today. I already mentioned them before, so I'm not going through all of them. But if you love PvZ, please watch Chef vs. Hydra and Moro vs. Puzzle. Great games.
Really
with surprising outcomes.
Place to build that command center for Jinro. Well, I guess he doesn't want it to be scouted. Like that's positioning as if he might want to float it into the middle, which would be a bad idea on this map. Yeah, because that middle expansion is not.
But Terran would never do that.
No, he's not going to do it. He will, of course, send it to the natural. Can't build it closer to.
I don't know what PvTs you watch, Ben, but I've never seen them float straight away to the middle.
No. It's just I was just looking. I was like, wow, that command center is in a weird place, but that's kind of the only place it can go.
MC is, of course, aware of the tech lab, so I'm pretty sure that he's aware of the Reaper as well. That's why he has those units positioned the way he does. He's going to get one more Stalker before dropping that Nexus.
Oh,
he might actually pick up that throw.
Jinro, don't turn around! Oh, that's too bad.
That would have been a nice little victory. So, Ben, what exactly did this Reaper achieve so far?
Well, it didn't do its job, Kev. There is a function to the Reaper, and it is to scout. That's why you make the Reaper, to get a good look at what the other guy is doing. And if you do not scout with it, then you're not taking advantage of the Reaper's strength. He does confirm that there's a Nexus here, but he hasn't jumped up into the main to see what else is happening. And the reason Reapers are so awesome is because you almost always do bonus damage, which means you get a probe kill, maybe 2, and you know, when he's already done his job, which is to scout, and you get those extra probes.
I think the Reaper man might be in trouble, Ben.
Nope, he's going to jump right down. He's going to jump right down. He's going to jump right down. Now he's going to run to the main, and he's going to scout. Look at this hero Reaper. This is why the Reaper is so awesome, Kev. He's going to see everything. No, don't go that way.
No. If only he knew, man. He could have killed the sentry.
Could have killed a sentry. Could have gotten a probe.
Probably the Nexus.
Possibly the Nexus. Definitely.
Maybe the cybernetic score.
Definitely not unfeasible.
How cool would it be if Reapers could plant like remote mines, you know? Like Reaper runs by like Tanya in Red Alert.
You know, they used to have like the ability where they drop the grenades.
Really?
And they blow up after a certain amount of time.
They had that?
Yeah.
In StarCraft 2?
Yes.
No.
Back in beta.
No.
Yes.
Really?
It might have been in alpha, but like when the Reaper was first previewed, it jumped up in a base, threw a bunch of grenades into a mineral line, and just killed everything, and then ran away.
That seems like exactly what Terran needs.
It does, doesn't it?
Because Terran already has such a hard time killing probes or drones.
Right up there with the Shredder.
Yes. Exactly. I've never seen that actually. Man.
Yeah, we'll find that video. I very vividly remember it. Also, Protoss had a unit in that same video. It was like a little guy, like a Void Ray on a surfboard.
Complete.
Oh. Reaper does get picked off, so.
Jinro, however, does have his expand up and running. If we take a look at the income tab, we see 35 probes for MC, 29 for Jinro, so that's reasonable. There's nothing wrong with that. Jinro can roll with that.
Jinro playing a big bio style this time around. He's getting his upgrades, stem +1, all nearing completion.
Jinro said in one of the interviews, I believe he gave for an MLG, that he said he feels he's quite fine in PvP nowadays if he somehow managed to figure out which out of the 20 all-ins Protoss is doing, or if they don't all-in at all. That's basically what he said.
Well, maybe that's why he built that Reaper.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But unfortunately, he's still pretty in the dark on MC. Really, he said Protoss all-ins Terran, because that's not the way it's been playing out these days. I mean, sometimes it happens.
He said it's just very, very hard to prepare for all the different types of all-in that Protoss has to offer. I only know one, Ben.
Void Ray all-in?
Yes, that's how I roll.
And unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to see it here. Maybe if Jinro manages to take this game, we can
there
see
was
it
one
on the
Korean Protoss who went Void Ray all-in actually on, I think it was Spotting maybe, on Entombed Valley. We got the last MLG. I was so excited, but he executed it pretty poorly and lost.
Could you have done a better Void Ray all-in?
But Entombed is not a map to really go Void Ray all-in. It's a very, very hard map to pull it off. Despite the rocks that you can charge on, it's just not nice for so many complex reasons, which only the very, very few Void Ray all-in experts around the world will know. Blink, TT1, and me being one of them.
Okay, I'm just not even gonna go into that one.
I still love it.
That was man. I'm trying to work in minutia, but I can't figure out how to say it.
1-1 is almost ready for Jinro. Well, MC didn't really start with his upgrades
yet. It's gone
yet.
up to 7 gates. Am I counting that right? 6 gates. 6 gates with a 7th completed.
I love MC's groupings. It's like 1 units, 2 robo, 3 6 gate, 4 6 gate, 5 6 gate, 6 6 gate, 7 6 gate, 8 6 gate. I don't know about that.
He's never going to misclick when he goes to make gateways. He
No.
smashes the middle of his keyboard. You saw the video of him macroing
spamming
it.
with Terran.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what went into my mind. Jinro has 103 supply right now. SKMC as well. MC does have blink, Ben, but
he's got a lot of sentries. It's
But
going
he
to be
doesn't
tough
have
for
charge.
Jinro to make this happen. Charge just starting.
But does Jinro really have to make this happen? I don't think he does. Jinro just like has a factory over here. He's gonna spot this army. A little bit of lag.
Lag spike.
It happens when you're live, man.
Jinro is taking a 3rd base behind this, which I like, but he's got to be so careful not to lose this army.
I think he yeah, okay, you're right, because there is blink. So if he gets forced up, normally he can pick up the units. But against blink, of course, that brings along a great risk of the stalkers blinking forward and picking up the medevac. But I really love what he did. He put pressure on. He has even supply. His army is in the straight-up fight so much better than MC's army, which is almost ridiculous. And now MC is adding the robotics bay, and now he's going double forge while Jinro already has his 3rd base is going up. I think so far this is going really, really good for Liquid Jinro.
Yeah, nice opening, definitely. He's got 1-1 already.
Yeah, he has an upgrade advantage, he has an economic advantage, he probably has an, no, he doesn't have an army supply advantage, but the damage that his army deals compared to the damage that MC's army deals is so much better.
And MC is a little bit behind.
Then again, do you remember MC against Puma on this map of the IEM? That game was as good as over, and somehow MC turned it around with charge plots and Storm, so of course this game is nowhere near like a big advantage for Jinro, but I think Jinro can be pleased with this, and if he handles the upcoming fight well, I think
well, he scouted this probe of MC, and that's caused his army to turn back around. He might want to try and deny.
I love how he's actually not trying to drop as silly as it sounds, because he probably knows that MC is really well prepared for that. Even though he doesn't know, but there are blink stalkers everywhere, so it's such a smart thing to do.
MC finally with enough money to
if he wants to fight with Zealots only, look at this. Wow. So angry Zealots, man. You saw that? They were all charging in and they automated him. Do it again. Look at Jinro's hero.
It's scary to be the automaton.
He got broke.
Now, at this point, I wonder if Jinro is thinking that the expansion was
Look at this. What do you do if you see this?
Run! There is no escape. The death animations when Zealots kill Marines are so intense, by the way.
Sorry to interrupt your train of thoughts right there, man. Which I know that the animations
are
awesome.
train of thought.
Yes, but Colossus are on their way, and Jinro without, he did throw down a scan. He sees Double Forge, but without actually scouting the Colossus, he's making Vikings. So either he has a sick read, or he's a sick gambler, or he just really knows MC. But that's the perfect choice for him, because he doesn't have a Ghost Academy yet. And imagine if MC would have just gone for Ghost for High Templars, which I would have expected if I was playing Terran in this phase of the game and I scouted a ton of charge balls, I scouted the Double Forge, I would be feeling like I'm playing against High Templars. However, Jinro thinks different, makes Vikings straight away, even getting +1, has a perfect read. It's still going good for Jinro.
Templar Archives is also finishing, so MC's he's not going to be on pure Colossus. He's probably going to make 2, maybe 3, and then begin to hammer out those Templar with Storm and make those Archons. At the same time, Jinro starts that Ghost Academy. Nice skirmish in the middle.
Nice pick off right there by MC. Picked up one Marauder. No better Marauder than a dead Marauder if you play Protoss.
Or Zerg.
Zergs don't have to worry about Marauders, man, unless you play Ultras.
Man, you ever played against Marauder Hellion all in?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. I played against it actually. That's the reason why I don't enjoy ZVT. Because I keep dying against Marauder Hellion all in. Yeah, it's really hard. Certainly when Zerg is your off race, I think it's really hard to stop if you play against high level players.
185 supply for Jinro. MC also sitting at about 190. So in terms of just raw army supply, it's pretty close.
Storm is not ready yet. MC,
what are you doing, MC?
Come on! Oh, he feedbacks. Well,
it's a couple medevacs for 2 High Templar. It's probably not worth it.
Look at all those Zealots, though.
Some force field. Oh no! MC decides he doesn't want to take that fight. Vikings have also all.
So far, really good for Jinro.
Yeah, it's gone real well for Jinro. MC has got this single Colossus, but he's being forced to just force field all day long.
Now the Zealots are in a horrible position, and they're going to have to engage one more. And I think Jinro can at least take out this Nexus,
Storm's
maybe
about
win the
to
game.
finish. Storm is done, Kevin. MC could. Oh, and a huge storm.
Oh, that's a sick
on
storm.
a lot of Marines, and that's going to make Jinro rethink this attack.
No, not yet. That's not a beautiful
really
storm.
Huge storm. Great storming by Jinro. The
He has so much energy on these medevacs, and the Zealot count is really dwindling. There's only one Colossus left.
But the Vikings are going to pick it off very, very quickly. The Stalker's blinking down, kill the last Viking, so the Colossus
Zealots
able to stay alive a little longer. Marauders do stem forward and pick it off. Zealots in a nasty choke. MC really struggling to hold here. Does that High Templar have enough energy for Storm? No, it does not. MC realizes.
Beautiful reinforcements from Jinro as well, and he's going to work on this Nexus. I think Jinro has done it.
I think he's got the whole game, not just the third base. MC down to 100 supply, drops a Storm, but that's not the best Storm ever.
More Zealots. Now, he doesn't have the Nexus down yet, but army supply is so good for Jinro right now. 86 against 45.
Much, much better for Jinro.
Having 2-2 upgrades.
Hold this third. He's going to have to give it up. Jinro's just got too much of a lead right now.
A 2-2 fight against 1-1. That's such a big deal. That's why I was really like hammering on the fact that Jinro had better upgrades, because I felt it was going to be really important.
Now MC finishes up 2-2, so the next time they fight, at least until +3 finishes, it should go better for MC, but only if he can manage to muster an army. It's 100 army supply to 57. Storm is a great equalizer.
Yeah, Storm is always a comeback spell. Look at all those probes.
Oh, a single Viking even landing. MC decides he's going to storm on those Vikings. That's a little bit...
Yeah, and also 3 Marines. That wasn't the best storm. How many High Templars? We have 3 High Templars still on the field, but they don't have energy for Storm yet. Look at that. Almost a hero marauder for Jinro. Jinro have a beautiful concave right now. MC
knows that he has to fight. He's going to push out and try to make something happen. A High Templar coming up from behind. Nice Zealot warp in as well. But Jinro's just reinforcing too steadily. He's got a constant stream of yellow units coming across the map. Probes being pulled.
This is the Jinro that I love to watch.
Yeah, Jinro, he's always been a great macro Terran. When he plays this way, he plays so well. GG out of MC. And that ties up the series 1-1. Man, if we're wrong about this one, we've both had a bad day of predictions.
Yeah, and then we had a really bad day. But
it's like a Andre and Dan prediction day.
Yes, that's how they average 1-3. They're happy if they have one right. No, that was a really, really good game by Jinro. You could say that he was maybe a little bit fortunate by just straight up going to Vikings without actually scouting what MC was doing. I didn't like MC's opening that much, by the way. Like 7 gate into nothing.
Yeah.
7 gate into Colossus.
I think he was really scared about some big attack from Jinro. His play didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
No.
Like, had Jinro pushed with that big first poke, then MC's in good shape. He force fields it off, he blinks forward, kills the medevacs, and probably wins the game. But Jinro was just faking. He wanted to get his third up, and
Jinro played perfect.
It worked.
He really, really did. Everything he did was so well. But as we both said, we are ready as well. Both players are ready.
Was sponsored by iBuyPower. iBuyPower PCs, the PCs that power the North American Star League. We're going to play a short commercial, and when we come back, it'll be the final game of the day, and the final game between MC and Jinro. So don't go anywhere. Bye. 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 Bye.